Good morning, y'all, and welcome to a Saturday morning vlog. So for this particular morning, I got up pretty early. I believe I was up around 4:45. This is me just making my coffee, and I actually invited my husband downstairs to join me for some early morning coffee. So that's why I have two mugs here. We've got our mama mug and our happy pappy mug. I decided to pull these out because obviously today would be a long day of parenting. So why not get the mugs to go along with it? So this is us here sipping our coffee. This is not a typical morning. Usually it's just me up, but I invited him down, like I said, for some early morning coffee. You're gonna see us do a very quiet toast to the day and just to being able to spend some quality one-on-one time together. So I am not a baker. I am following a recipe pretty much to a T to make these pancakes. I really don't want this to stick. This is probably overkill. I really want to get those cupcake liners, maybe the silicone ones, so I don't have to keep buying them. So I'm going to add that to my shopping list because this pan sticks really bad. It's also probably time for a new muffin tin. Here I am putting the pancake mix into the muffin tin. My kids go absolutely nuts for pancakes, but I do not like standing over the stove, flipping pancakes and making sure that they're perfect on one side because they never turn out well for me. So instead, I found a recipe for sheet pan pancakes. I will leave the recipe in the description box. I will say that the recipe does call for, I believe, a third cup of sugar. I started to omit that. I think I only made it with the sugar one time, and my kids cannot tell the difference. They eat them anyway, and we also do not put syrup on their pancakes, so they just love the pancakes without sugar. So you can definitely omit the sugar. I also took out the vanilla extract because when I first made these, I didn't have vanilla extract, but I figured why add it if they don't even notice. So this is a pretty basic pancake recipe. And again, my kids love it. It lasts us a couple of days. So I would highly, highly recommend this recipe if you're looking to add some ease to your mornings. I will also add that if you make maybe double the batch, then it'll last you obviously even longer. So it's a great way to do a quick and easy breakfast. And you can also add in fruit and potentially vegetables to add some more nutrients into the recipe. We've all eaten breakfast and the kitchen is pretty much clean from the meal. So now here I am looking for some clothes to put on the kids for the day. I try to get the kids dressed pretty early on in the day so that we're ready to go just in case we decide to go somewhere, or even if we don't. I think it's just a good practice to build up the habit of getting dressed and getting ready, even if you're choosing not to leave the house that day. So I wanted to show y'all how I set up my kids' closet. It's a little messy right now. It's not perfect, but the general idea of what I'm going for is kind of quick, easy to grab and go and get dressed. So my son and my daughter are sharing a room right now. They are like 13 months apart, so it's easy to have them in the same room. They have a blast. Anyway, they are in the same room, and so we used to use this as a bookshelf, but I decided it's like got little cubbies, and so I decided I wanted to put this in their closet because they don't have a dresser right now. We were planning on getting one, but then I started using this system and changed my mind. So I have their undergarments on one shelf, shirts, pants, pajamas, and my son is on the top, my daughter is on the bottom. So I've actually started having them go and pick out their own clothes, and they're able to grab a shirt, grab bottoms, grab whatever undergarment, and then we do the same thing at night for pajamas. Go choose your pajamas, and it's really easy, very simple. And one thing I'm trying to do is give them a little bit more independence, and this is a great way to kind of incorporate some independence in a very small way. We're also working on getting themselves dressed. We're working on that now, but this is a really great system for me because I used to have a dresser in their room and I was always sifting through things. But here I can see it, everything is open. Again, it's not the neatest right now because I have to do more with this closet, but this area is perfect to just grab and go and get clothes. Yes, it's time to get dressed, baby. Hey, why? Ava, why are you so upset? I told you were next anyway. You just came up. Avery's already dressed, honey. The baby's dressed. He's dressed. Ava, hey, take a breath. Ava, take a breath, mama.
Pockets.
Yeah, you have pockets. You like pockets?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I have pockets too. We've been pulling back a lot on screen time. So one thing I found that's really great to replace it is little activities like this. This is so simple, but my mother-in-law gave us Play-Doh for my daughter's birthday. I had been wanting to get some, but I never got around to it. So shout out to my mother-in-law for the Play-Doh. But little structured activities like just pulling out the Play-Doh and allowing them to do whatever they want with it, obviously within reason, is a great substitute for screen time. Yes, it takes a little bit more supervision because they will put Play-Doh everywhere if you're not paying attention, but it's so worth it. I have noticed a drastic change in my children's behavior with limiting screen time. Granted, we were never doing a whole lot of screen time, but even with pulling back in the way that we did, I've noticed their behavior improve so much. Now, they're definitely still 2 and 3 years old. We definitely still have to do a lot of redirection, but I have noticed a big change. I also have just become more aware of the fact that I want their brains to develop properly. I know when I was their age, I didn't get as much screen time as so many kids today do just because of what was available at the time. And I want to make sure that I'm setting them up for success, and that starts now. So I've tried to be a little bit more intentional with the activities I give them, making sure that they are working their motor skills and they are ready for kindergarten when that time comes. And I think this is a small way to kind of get them prepared and to do that. After getting the kids set up with their Play-Doh activity, I asked my husband to keep an eye on them so that I could tackle this mountain of laundry that you see here. Who knew that 3 tiny little human beings could add so much laundry to a family? With that said, though, I've definitely found that tackling at least a load of laundry a day can help minimize instances like this. This particular week, I definitely fell behind on the laundry, I believe by like a day or so, and that made all the difference. So I think it's safe to say I will not be doing this again. Okay, so I completely forgot that I was supposed to be vlogging. The only thing you've really missed is that I did run an errand with my son. So I was supposed to get some one-on-one time with my girlie, but she fell asleep. So I ended up taking my son to a couple of stores because I've been wanting to get some more arts and crafts supplies for them. We've been doing a lot of sensory activities and a little bit of coloring, but I wanted to kind of up the ante a little bit and get a few more supplies. So I'll do a quick haul. It's literally nothing crazy, but I realized we had no paper. So I got this assorted paper, or assorted colors paper. Yeah, assorted color, bright copy paper for arts and crafts. I really wanted to find some construction paper, but I had a hard time finding some, so I'm planning to go back out. I may see if I can find some construction paper and maybe some kid scissors, but I don't want to get too crazy. I also got these little pom-poms because I think this would be great for practicing scooping, and maybe when we're done with that, maybe when we get tired of that, we can glue these onto paper and do some other sort of arts and craft activity. So I got 2 of those. And I got some flashcards. These are Daniel Tiger. My kids love Daniel Tiger. And so these are flashcards that have letters on them because I want to start working on letter recognition with both of them. I do have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, so we're not going to hop into reading or anything crazy because this is the basics. So I want to start with letter recognition and sounds. And I think this is a great tool. And well, not last, but I also got some stickers because we are currently working on potty training. My 3-year-old is actively doing it, and then I'm about to follow up with my 2-year-old. People keep suggesting they do it at the same time, but that seems like a lot. So I'm gonna focus on the 3-year-old first, then the 2-year-old. Stickers, baby. I got you Mickey ones. You want one on you? Yeah. Sure. But I'm planning to potentially maybe use stickers as a reward. If not, maybe we'll just use it for arts and crafts. Yes, you may. Give me 1 second, okay? Yeah. No, we're not gonna open these yet. And then I got this little pencil case to keep things like this in so that things aren't, rolling all over the place. I thought it was a nice way to keep things a little bit organized. I think as we continue in the stay-at-home mom journey and we're doing more focused activities, I'll continue to build up my arts and crafts supplies. But for now, I think this is a great start. The great thing about using or reusing mason jars for coffee is that I get a little lid with it. So I don't have to worry about things spilling, just in case this doesn't fit in my cup holder. Because me and my daughter are about to head out to do some grocery shopping and to pick up a couple of other things. So I will see y'all when we get in the car. Yeah, you see my car? Girl time. My car? Yeah. So we are back in the car. My daughter and I went to a few stores just to kind of window shop. We went to Goodwill, and unfortunately we didn't see anything that was really worth buying. Not unfortunately, but I really want some baskets and some things for our playroom. Not toys, but just decor. And I didn't see anything, so we didn't get anything. And then we went in Hobby Lobby, and I was going to get some washable paint, but then I'm reeling myself in. So I didn't buy anything from Hobby Lobby. And then we went to TJ Maxx. I had no intention of buying anything at TJ Maxx, and we just kind of walked around because I have a daughter and I kind of want to train her for like real girl time, because I am a girl who loves to be in the stores. I have to admit, I do. So I kind of want to train her to like that. We'll see if it works. But that would be great to be able to spend time with her when she gets older, going to stores, looking around, not even necessarily buying anything, but just looking around. I don't know if y'all saw her hand, but she just kind of took her shoe off and slowly dropped it because she likes to take her shoes off. But now we're going to do what we came out for, which was to go to the grocery store. So we're going to hit Aldi, do our grocery shopping for the week, and then we're going to head home and I'm going to make dinner. The vlog is going to end in a second, so let me go ahead and tell you all how I made these chicken drumsticks and what I ended up making with them. So I'm just searing these drumsticks in the cast iron skillet, and then once they have a nice sear, I'm going to pop them in the oven and let them cook for about 25 minutes uncovered. I ended up making mashed potatoes and I believe kale or spinach that night. I was going to go with broccoli, but I am breastfeeding and broccoli can sometimes make breastfed babies gassy, so I decided to nix that. For the rest of the evening, we ended up just putting the kids down for bed. And I think we ended up watching a few episodes of The Chosen. We are obsessed with that show right now. It's a great way to kind of bring the Gospels to life on screen. So if you haven't watched it yet, I would definitely recommend watching that. But that's how we ended our night. If you guys like this video and you want to see more like it, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Naila Summer. You can also find me on TikTok at Naila Summer, and all of that information will be in the description box. See y'all in the next one.